Thank you for joining us at Poplar Creek Public Library for Chair Yoga with Abigail.
Again, I'm Abigail. I will be doing chair yoga with you all this fine day, whatever time of day it may be. So all you need is yourself and a chair. If you've never done yoga before, that is A-okay. The goal of yoga is to just connect our breath to our bodies and be present with one another. So as long as you can breathe, you can do yoga. There will be a small portion where we stand up. You're more than welcome to stay seated, or if you feel like you can stand up with us, that'd be great. But again, listen to your body. This is completely your time to breathe and relax and get a little bit of stretching in. So if anything doesn't feel right, don't force yourself. Just sit back and relax. So I'll be moving around a bit. You do not have to move at all. My chair swivels, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and sit all the way at the backs of our chairs. Take a moment to scooch the skin out from underneath your sits bones, move it around so that our bones can just lay nice and relaxed. Let your feet kind of dangle and then let those relax. Maybe sit back in the chair. And let's bring our palms open on tops of our thighs. Go ahead, close your eyes. And just try to relax completely as quickly as possible. Allowing gravity to almost press onto your shoulders, onto your palms, pressing you deeper into your chair. Start to unhinge your jaw, maybe give it a quick shake. And let the tongue float down from the roof of your mouth and settle onto the bottom. Maybe the lips part slightly. Just take a moment to do a little scan of the body. Noticing any areas that might be a little bit tight or painful, and some other areas that might feel good or soft or right. Maybe there's one particular part of your body that's been irritating you or giving you trouble, and see if you can bring that to the front of your mind. Bring that area to the front of, and send the breath to that spot. It might take practice to feel the breathing to that specific area on the body. But let that be your only job right now, is to sit and breathe. That everything outside of this moment is really just a dream that we're having. All that we know to be true is right here, right now. Full deep nose. Open mouth, sigh it out. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Big sigh out. One more time. Deep inhaling through the nose. Take another sip of air at the top, filling both of your lungs, and let that go. You can gently blink the eyes open. Let's reach our arms all the way up and overhead. Take a full body stretch, maybe even lift your feet off the earth. And exhale, come all the way back to an upright seat. So I'm going to turn so you can see. I'm just going to scooch forward in my chair so that I'm sitting right in the middle and I have room to flex and extend my spine. So coming back through center, we're sitting up nice and tall. The ribs are reaching up towards the sky, up through the crown of your head. Let's place our hands on tops of our knees. Take a nice deep inhale in. And exhale, let your right ear fall onto your right shoulder. Inhale to lift back up through center. And exhale the left ear on your left shoulder. Just like that 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. And exhale to the left. From here, let's just drop our chin in towards our chest. Start to make some small movements, rocking the chin side to side. Moving with your breath, nice and slow. Maybe stopping in one spot that needs a little extra attention. Or if it feels okay on your neck, you can start to make some full circles. Few rounds of breath here. Maybe closing or softening your eyes. Getting lost in the breath, lost in the movement. And if you're making some circles, make sure that you go evenly in both directions. So if you haven't switched sides yet and you're making some circles, go ahead and start to make them in the opposite direction. Few more rounds of breath, taking anything here. Maybe the head is just holding down towards the chest. If you were doing one thing on the other side, now's the time to even out the movement. And let's gently start to lift our heads all the way back up through center. Deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Now we're just going to inhale, look over our right shoulder, pulling the left shoulder back. Inhale in. Exhale through center. Inhale, look left, right shoulder pulls back. Deep inhale in. Exhale, return. 2 more times each side. Inhale, look right. Exhale, center. Inhale, look left. Exhale, return. 1 more time. Inhale, right. Exhale through center. Inhale, left. Exhale, coming back. Let's let our arms dangle by our sides, and we're going to take some shoulder rolls, using our elbows to get a little bit more height. So on your inhale, let's lift the shoulders up towards the ears, lift the elbows, lift the wrists. Exhale, let them fall down and around behind us. We'll inhale, lift the shoulders, lift the elbows, lift the arms. Exhale, back behind. 1 more time, almost like it's a contemporary dance move. Inhale, lifting everything up. And exhale, letting it fall. Now we'll switch directions. As we inhale, the shoulder blades come back behind us, the elbows lift up, and they roll down the front of our body. 2 more times. Inhale, giving everything a nice big squeeze. Exhale, falling down. 1 more time. Big inhale in. Exhale, roll them. Now go ahead, shake the shoulders, shake your arms out, let go. And let's inhale, lift our palm down and up, raise the arms up and overhead, big inhale in. Exhale, pull your hands down through heart center. 2 more times, just like that, palms come down and up, deep inhale in. And the exhale, pull the hands all the way back to the heart. 1 more, palms come down and up, big inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take 1 nice deep inhale in here. Nice exhale. Again, the palms are going to come down and a big inhale in. This time on the exhale, the left hand's going to stay up, right arm's going to reach down, and we're going to pull that right hand down. Left arm reaches up and over, so we're starting to open up the left side of our body, getting a side body stretch. Your right hand can always reach for the bottom of the chair, go on top of the thigh, or if it's okay, squeeze the right ribs to lengthen the left side body. Few rounds of breath here. It might feel nice to rotate your wrist while you're here. Find a little bit of movement, wiggling the fingers. And our next inhale, we're going to reach this right arm all the way up through center. Exhale, the left hand's going to come down. Right arm reaches up and over again, maybe reaching for the bottom of your chair, on top of your thigh, or if it feels okay, focus on squeezing the left side of the body to find some more length in the right side. If your right hip starts to lift up, try to sink it back down. Imagine there's roots connecting your hips to the chair right now. It might feel nice to rotate your wrist in one direction and in the other, so take a few rounds of breath. If your mind starts to wander away from this moment, it might feel nice to internally say to yourself, breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. And breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. Breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. And breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. Inhale, left arm reaches all the way up. Exhale, let's bring the hands down to our sides and just give our arms a nice big shake. Right, palms come down and up, deep inhale in. Exhale, let's cactus the arms, bringing the elbows in line with our shoulders, making 180-degree angles. And we're going to take an inhale. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. I'm going to inhale, pull the shoulders back, tilt our pelvis, tilt our gaze for a seated cat pose. So we're making a C-like shape with our spine, the ribs going forward. On our exhale, we're going to bring our arms to the knee, round our spine, tuck our pelvis, bow our heads. The inhale, we're going to open all the way back up, opening up the collarbones, the chest, tilt the pelvis, tilt your gaze. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your pelvis, drop your head. Around this. Inhale to open up. If this is too much on the shoulders, hands can always come onto the knees. And exhale, round your spine, maybe bringing your forearms to touch in front. Few more rounds, whatever feels best. Inhale, open up. And exhale, closing back off. Inhale, nice and long, nice and deep. Exhale, round your spine. Two more. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, closing ourselves back off. Last one, nice and long. Big inhale, opening up. Just like a nice big flower, and then exhale, closing ourselves off. Let's bring our hands onto our knees and come to sit all the way up nice and tall. On our exhale, we're going to drop our chin in towards our chest, round our spine, and then collapse over our legs, almost like we're in a forward fold. Maybe your ribs will come down, maybe you'll stay up here. Wherever you are, that is fine. You can go all the way down, that's fine too. Your inhale, we're going to lift up vertebra by vertebra all the way up to seated. Head is the last thing to rise. Big inhale in. The length of our exhale, we start with the chin, then lower the neck, the head, the ribs, and lower all the way down. All right, inhale lifts us all the way back up, lifting the head last. Our exhale, the chin drops down. And we pretend like we're a wave in an ocean, just kind of flowing and moving freely right now. Inhale, lifting up. Head is the last thing, shoulders back. We'll go down one more time on the exhale. And take the entire length of your inhale to come all the way back up. Beautiful. Maybe rock side to side, let that go. And I'm going to scooch back just a little bit because we're going to do a little bit of work with our lower half of our body. So feel free if you want to sit back a little bit further. If you're uncomfortable, you can scooch back just a little bit. Maybe sitting in the back of your chair if you want a little extra support. And we're going to start by raising our right heel. So watch. Imagine that you are a little puppeteer and there's a string that's going to pull your heel up by raising your right hand. So inhale, we're going to raise our right hand, lift that right heel up. Exhale, lower back down. Two more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, lifting up. Now pausing here, squeezing that right calf muscle for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, lower it down. Now we'll go to our left side, taking our left hand to almost draw that left heel up. Big inhale to lift the heel. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, return. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Pause here. Squeeze that left calf muscle, the gastrocnemius muscle for 3, 2, 1 and lower and down. Now we'll do both at the same time if that's okay. If it doesn't feel okay, you don't have to do it. Inhale, lift your hands, lift your heels, big breath in. Exhale, floating down. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift the heels. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Lower them back down. Might feel nice to shake the knees, rotate the ankles a few times, but we'll still focus on the lower half of the body for just a little bit more. Let's inhale, extend our right leg out in front of us, and we'll flex the toes. So pull the toes back towards yourself and press your heel forward. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale, lower that right foot back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, return. Now, we're going to press here. You might your foot, okay, and flex your foot, and flex. Take some circle the ankle in one direction. Go ahead and switch direction. Flex and see how wide you can spread your pinky toe from your big toe. Might feel kind of, but it's good to practice. We want strong feet to support us. Big inhale. Exhale, let that go. Your next inhale will lift that left foot nice and high. Exhale, return back down. Twice more. Inhale, lift the left foot. Exhale, return. 1 more time. Inhale, left foot lifts up. You here or take a moment to point the toes. Flex the toes. And point. And flex. And point. 1 more time to flex. You can stay here or take some big circles with the ankle in one direction. And then with the other. Come back to flexing the foot. Spread the toes nice and wide for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, lower that down. Maybe shake the knees out. Let that go. I'll switch towards you a little bit. We'll give the legs a little break. Let's come back to the upper half of our body. Bring your palms down by either side and inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Palms come down and up, deep inhale in. 2 more times. Exhale, hands to your heart. Palms come down and up, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now this is a great place to stay if you don't feel like this next posture suits you. But we're going to switch to the middle of our chairs. And then we're going to twist. Bring our right elbow over to the left. Maybe lean forward and let the right elbow make contact with the top of the right or the left thigh. So we're twisting our ribs over to the left, lifting our gaze up towards the sky. So it's like we're in a twisted chair pose, but we're using the chair as an actual chair, which is great. So right elbow is on top of that left thigh. From the front, it'll look like this. We're twisting up towards the sky, a few rounds of breath. And again, if this doesn't feel right, you can always just do a side twist. Maybe just the idea of turning your rib cage up towards the sky. Few rounds of breath. Deep twists in the spine like this are a great way to give your lymphatic system a massage that runs up and down the spine. Very gently back through center. Then we'll lift up on top of the right thigh. Use that to turn the ribs to the ceiling, the right ribs, right hand on top of the left hand. And again, it looks like we are in a twisted chair posture, but we're actually using a chair. So a few rounds of breath here. Breathing into the right lung a little bit more than that left. Try to relax your face, soften your jaw, soften your gaze. Take one more deep inhale in. And exhale, come back through center. Go ahead, let that go. Just want to see. Coming back, let's go ahead and take a nice deep inhale, reach the arms down, and a big breath in. And exhale, hands come through heart center. Let's place our hands on tops of our legs and find our forward fold once more, leaning all the way down and giving ourselves just a few rounds of breath here, maybe rocking the head, shaking it yes and no. Letting your upper half body give into the lower half. Few rounds of breath here. All right, your next start to slowly peel the spine all the way back up to upright. And we're going to go ahead and stand for just a few things. So you can feel free to stay in your chair and just relax or participate a little, or you can come to stand. And we're going to come back behind our chairs. I'm going to go sideways so you can see. And we're going to do some more leg work here. So let's bring our right foot back behind us. And then inhale, we're going to lift the right leg off the earth just an inch or two. And exhale, lower back down while we're holding onto our chair for support. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift that right leg. Maybe take a moment to point your toes if that feels okay, or you can practice flexing that foot. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, lower that down, walk the feet out, shake it out, let that go. Now we'll take it over to the left side. Left foot comes back behind. Inhale, lift the left leg a few inches off it. Exhale, flow back down. Twice more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lift that left leg, pause. Maybe you take a moment to point toe or practice flexing the toes in towards you. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Go shake it out. I'll come to face you now. We're going to bring our right foot and we're going to inhale, lift it up to the side. So it's right, straight out. Big inhale in. And then exhale, lower that right foot. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, lower it down. 1 more time. Inhale, right leg lifts up for 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Go ahead, shake it out. Now pressing onto our right foot. Inhale, the left leg lifts up nice and high. Exhale, lower back down. Twice more. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, floating down. Inhale, left leg up, holding here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, let that go. Walk the knees out, shake it side to side. And then we can do this next move either standing or seated. So I'll have the chair next to me so I can show you both ways. Bringing our feet right underneath our knees, right underneath our hips. We can inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And then clasp all of our hands except for our pointer finger and thumb. So this is called in yoga, in Sanskrit, a steeple mudra. It's the positioning of the hands. So we have steeple mudra here. We have our arms lifted up and overhead. We take a deep inhale and we're going to lean over to the right. Now if you're sitting, the only thing that changes is that you're sitting. So we're still reaching the arms up and overhead. Take a nice deep inhale in. And exhale, lean over to the right. So wherever you are, make sure that we're pressing evenly through either both of our feet or through both of our hips. And that left hip is lifting up. A few rounds of breath here. And then inhale to come back through center. Exhale over to the left. Send your hips to the right. But again, if the right hip starts to lift up, if you're sitting or if you're standing and that right foot lifts up, go ahead and press back. So we get a nice deeper stretch here. Nice deep inhale in. Nice exhale out. We'll go back to standing. As we inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, cactus your elbows, bringing the hands down. Inhale to press the arms back up. Exhale, elbow, or cactus the elbows down. Inhale to stand back up. Exhale, bring your hands back down towards your thighs. Go ahead, roll the shoulders, let that go. And then we'll mosey back over to our seats if we were standing, or those of you who are already sitting. All right, let's inhale, palms come down and up, deep inhale in. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now we're going to bring our hands on tops of our thighs and open up our hips a little bit by widening our stance. Best way to do this is to scooch towards the front of your chair, maybe all the way to the top, or at least maybe a third of the way there. And try to stack your knees over your ankles. Now again, I might be more flexible than you, so don't get discouraged if you can't do the posture exactly how I'm doing it. That is not the purpose or point of yoga. So let's place our hands on tops of our thighs and drop our right shoulder in towards the center of our body and towards the midline. Take a nice deep inhale in. Nice exhale out. Stretching the right groin. Big inhale in. Nice exhale out. One more deep breath in. Nice deep exhale. Now lifting back through center, lift the right shoulder up, come up to seated. Exhale, the left shoulder is going to dip forward. Pressing onto that left thigh, left knee. Dropping the shoulder in towards the midline. Few rounds of breath. One more big breath. Big exhale. And go ahead and lift all the way back up through center. Now let's inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring the hands out to a T. So we're gonna find our warrior two from here. So the way that we're gonna do that is the only thing we're gonna change is we're going to straighten our right leg and turn the right toes to face towards me on the screen. Face your right toes towards the front of the room. Then voila, we have warrior two in our beautiful chair position. So that left knee is stacked on top of the left ankle. Shoulders are over the hips. Right leg is nice and long. And then their arms are out side to side. Check in with that right hand. Sometimes it likes to get a little wonky or out of line. See if you can lift it to stay up with that left arm. If this is too much for you, hands can always come onto the hips or hands on the shoulders. You have a few options here. Let's take an inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, we're gonna karate chop back to warrior two. Nice and creative. Inhale, lift the arms. Lift your gaze if it feels okay. Exhale, warrior two. Once more, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, warrior two. Option to stay here, or we'll flip both of our palms and the left elbow is gonna make contact with that left thigh. Then with our palms face up, we can reach this right arm all the way up and overhead. Notice how there's a long line from my right middle finger all the way to my right pinky toe. The right side of my body is finding some length while I'm cutting off the left side of the body. Few rounds of breath here. If the right shoulder is bothering you, you can always place your hand on the shoulder, or it might feel nice to take some time here to take some big arm circles. Again, you can rotate the wrist, pull the shoulder back by bending your elbow, any movement that feels good. Then we can re-extend the right arm all the way up and overhead, deep inhale in. Exhale, lift up, warrior two. Now let's bring our right hand to make contact with that right thigh. Then we'll flip the left hand to reverse our warrior. This time we're finding some length on the left side of the rib cage while we squeeze the right. Maybe you creep right hand down a little bit further, or it stays nice and high. Remember, this is your practice, your time for you. Let go of the ego and just allow whatever happens to happen. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep inhale in. Exhale, lift back up, warrior two. Let's inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come through center. And then we can take our hands over to the right leg and give it a nice gentle pull, lifting that right knee back up. And coming back to our wide-legged position. Feel free to do it. I'm doing kind of rocking side to side, maybe lifting the heel up, taking a little bit of movement, letting that go. And then we'll set ourselves up for the second side. Inhale, reach the arms up and over. And exhale, hands come to a T. Now, just like we did on the right side, all we're going to do is lengthen that left leg and turn the toes to face towards me. Now, check in with the body. That right knee is directly over the right ankle. We're opening up that right hip by pulling that right knee towards the back. Find a soft gaze over your right middle finger, or a drishti in Sanskrit, stands for gaze. And then check in with your left hand. It might have drooped down or gotten a little wonky. So let's go ahead and bring that all the way back up. Find a soft gaze over that right middle finger. Inhale to reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, karate chop back to warrior two. Two more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, warrior two. Now we can flip both the palms. Bend the right elbow. Bring the forearm to make contact with the top of our right thigh. Arm reaches up and overhead. We see this nice long line on the left side of the body from the left pinky toe to my left middle finger. Might feel nice to lift your gaze if it feels okay in the neck. And then feel free to find some movement with the wrist, maybe taking some big arm circles. Or again, if the shoulder is bothering you, hand can come down. Squeezing the right side of the body to bring space into the left. Bringing that left bicep back over the ear. Nice deep inhale in. And the exhale lifts us back up to warrior two. Now left hand will make contact with the left thigh. We'll flip the right palm and reverse our warrior. Right arm reaches up and over as we squeeze the left side of the body to make space in the right. Maybe crawling the fingers down that left leg. Listening to your body. Listening to your breath. And letting everything else fade away. Take one more deep inhale in. And exhale, lift back up, warrior two. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, we'll bring our left leg all the way back in. And again, maybe just rock side to side, find a little bit of movement here. And then we'll place our hands on tops of our knees. And just like earlier, or wait, maybe we didn't do this. We did not do this, so not like earlier. Sorry. We are going to take some full body circles, or upper half of the body. Make some full circles by leaning all the way forward and all the way back. Maybe closing the eyes, getting lost in the circle. Breathing into the low back, puffing up the kidneys. Few more rounds on this side, and I will let you know when to switch. Finish this circle that you're on, and then allow yourself to switch directions. Breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. And breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. Few more rounds of breath. And start to make your way all the way back up through center. Sitting up nice and tall, deep inhale in. Big exhale out. Let's bring the knees back towards one another and come to sit a little further back in our chairs. As we're almost done with our practice, we'll just find a little bit more movement together. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Then we're gonna let our right ear fall on the right shoulder as the right hand makes its way onto the left ear. So be sure that we're wrapping this right shoulder down and around our back. Then we can pretend that we're petting an animal with our left hand, so we can stretch that left side of the neck a little bit deeper. I'm going to pretend that I'm petting my dog, Coda, because he's really cute, but maybe you're petting a pig or a cow or a tiger if you are a fan of Tiger King. Maybe not. I get really weird sometimes. Okay, inhale, reach that right arm up towards the sky, lift the head, and exhale, flip that down. Inhale, left hand reaches up, let the left ear fall on the left shoulder as the left hand just gently gets placed on the right ear without pulling or tugging, but just a little extra weight. Then we can imagine that there's another cute animal we're petting with our right hand. I'm going to pretend it's a big turtle. I don't know if there are turtles this big that would reach my hand, but we can do whatever we want right now. So imagine whatever you'd like. Know that I'm visualizing a turtle. All right, a few more rounds of breath. And then we can extend that left arm as the head comes back through center. Deep inhale in. Exhale, drop it down. One last time, inhale, roll the shoulders up, lift the elbows, lift your wrists. Exhale, roll them down. Two more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Take a moment to shake out the hands, shake out the wrists, the arms, letting go of any stagnant energy. And then we're going to find our final resting pose. So maybe scooching back to the back of your seat, resting in the back and letting your palms lay open on tops of your thighs. Let the feet dangle and then relax. Close or soften your gaze. And we will finish with a full body meditation. So start to locate where your breath is in the body. And then bring your awareness, send your breath to the tips of your toes. What does it feel like to only send your breath to the tips of your toes? Then move your way to the sole of your foot, sending our breath all the way down to the soles of our feet. Only thinking about our feet right now. And we can move over onto our heels. What do our heels feel like? Our ankles, the tops of our feet, our toenails. And moving all the way from the ankles and tops of your feet to your shin bone. The calf muscle. And making our way to the kneecaps. And the backs of our knees. Bringing awareness to our hamstrings, and the backs of our thighs. And then wrapping around to the front to our quadriceps. Tops of our thighs. And you can bring all of your breath and awareness to your pelvis, the hips, the base of your spine, the sacrum and the coccyx area. And it crawls up the spine and comes to your ribs, to your stomach, your belly. Moving up the ribs to the pectoral muscles and the collarbones and the shoulders. Then it trickles down the triceps and the biceps, and we think about our elbows. Which then falls into the forearms, into our wrists, and into our palms. Maybe you feel some sensation or some warmth in your palms. Maybe the fingers start to pulse a little bit. But just observe any sensations in and around the body and find a few moments of stillness together. Start to take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale it out. Very slowly start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Maybe rocking the head side to side, finding a little bit of movement, opening and closing our palms. Then we can gently blink the eyes back open. Take a full body stretch, reaching your arms up and overhead, maybe pointing your toes. And exhale. Come back to our comfortable seat. We can lift our hands to heart center, sealing in all the work that we did together. And know that the love and light that is within me is a reflection of the love and light that is already within you all. Namaste.